And now, recently, we've gotten by the time I'm making this video, we recently gotten the teaser trailer for Call of Duty Vanguard.
And since then, we've gotten a lot more. I'm fully aware there's gameplay of the game now, but at the time of this dude's video, we had not seen a single bit of actual gameplay. So just keep that in mind, because that's why I'm responding to him. I'm not responding to him because he's excited, I'm responding to him because he made this video before there was gameplay.
Now, I am super excited for this game.
Because it has Call of Duty in the title, right?
I love Call of Duty. I talk about it all the time on Twitter.
Yep, called it.
I've mentioned it a few times on here, but I love Call of Duty so much, and I'm super excited for this game.
And before anyone yells at me, again, I'm not responding to this guy because he's excited for the game. I'm responding to him because of why he's excited. But we'll get into that.
And it's being made by Sledgehammer Games, which so far they haven't let me down. I loved Call of Duty World War II.
Ugh.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was okay. Like, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was. Like, let's be real. Advanced Warfare was poop.
Overall, I gave it like an 8 out of 10. It wasn't that bad. The second half of the campaign was so much better than the first half.
I'm sorry, did you just say the game wasn't that bad and then gave it an 8 out of 10? Like, B minus? 80% because it wasn't that bad? Something's not computing here.
But it was overall, it was okay.
No, it wasn't.
I would say Advanced Warfare is, in my opinion, is the only good futuristic Call of Duty game.
And to be totally fair here, I completely understand why some people think this. Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare had very similar movement styles, while Advanced Warfare was doing its own thing with the jetpacks and the map design. As much as I dislike Advanced Warfare, I completely understand why people prefer it over Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. You know, there was no wall running in Advanced Warfare. The movement was much sharper and less, fluid. In fact, that's part of the reason why I didn't like it. The jerkiness of the movement and the dramatic direction changes in midair just made it feel clunky, while Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare had much smoother movement because of the sliding and wall running. But again, I'm just trying to be fair here. Whether you prefer the Advanced Warfare movement or the BO3 Infinite Warfare movement really just comes down to personal preference.
I don't count Black Ops 2 in that because, in my opinion, Black Ops 2 is not futuristic, really.
Okay.
Advanced Warfare is really the only good futuristic Call of Duty game, in my opinion.
No, it's not. And I know I'm kind of zipping through my criticisms of the games here, and that's because I'm trying to get to this dude's actual arguments, like the actual reason why I'm responding to him. But I'm planning on doing an updated COD tier list video in the near future where I'll go into much greater detail as to what I think of each individual COD game. But trust me, as someone who's been going back and playing the old COD games recently, Advanced Warfare does not hold up, and it is definitely not the best futuristic COD game.
But I'm super excited for Call of Duty Vanguard, and I know it's set during World War II, and I love World War II, and I'm so happy Call of Duty is being set during World War II.
This is another thing that I actually agree with. I don't get the hate around games set during World War II. World at War is one of the best COD games ever made. I really don't understand the COD community's animosity towards this time period. Just a quick pause to remind you to stick with this one. I know he hasn't said anything really egregious yet, but we're getting there. I promise I'm not responding to this video for no reason. In fact, I'm just going to skip ahead to that part so I can stop wasting your time.
Now, of course, because it's Call of Duty, the Call of Duty haters are now coming out, and they're saying, they're just making fun of it, making fun of Call of Duty, using the same complaints that they've always done.
Well, when certain problems never get fixed, that'll happen.
But now they're using, they are saying, he's like, oh, well, you could spend like $70 on Call of Duty, or you can use Game Pass and buy Halo Infinite. Okay.
And is there anything wrong with that criticism? Call of Duty is one of the most expensive multiplayer shooters on the market today. It's a full-priced game, it's loaded with DLC, and it's only a matter of time until Activision finds a new way to monetize the fuck out of it, again. And all this is happening while the quality of the games themselves has been nosediving because of a lack of true competition. Meanwhile, you have other games breaking their way into the market like Splitgate, and yes, everything on Xbox Game Pass, and yes, Halo is coming back later this year with completely free multiplayer. COD's been on a dramatic downward spiral the last 6 to 7 years in terms of what you're getting for your money. And even if you're a fan, you can't deny that.
Look, I love both Call of Duty and Halo, so it very much annoys me that, yes, I love Call of Duty more, but that doesn't mean I hate Halo.
COD and Halo are both franchises that I loved once upon a time, and they're both franchises that I revisit from time to time to appreciate the games that I grew up on. But they're also both franchises that tanked in the last few years because of industry trends, poor management, and fanboys absolutely refusing to vote with their dollar. Halo and Battlefield both went on hiatus because they pushed their core audiences away. and they were forced to get back on track. Granted, it remains to be seen if they're going to be successful in that, but I'm sure you get the point I'm making. Call of Duty, on the other hand, has just been chugging along and dominating the market because of the absence of competition. And since they haven't had true competition, and since their fan base absolutely refuses to have integrity, it's just getting worse.
And it really bugs me, it really bugs me, these Halo fans who, they shit all over hate, these Halo fans, they shit all over Call of Duty.
Because Halo fans are the only ones who criticize Call of Duty, apparently.
But it's like, hello, look in the mirror. They complain that the gameplay is the exact same every year for every single Call of Duty game.
Is that the main criticism of COD nowadays, that the gameplay is always the same? The last few COD games have all been radically different from what old school COD fans want from it, so the opposite of what you just said. Obviously there are similarities from game to game, but when you put the last 5 Call of Duty games side by side, they're very different from each other, and the changes being made are what's pushing people away from them. The people who say COD is the same every year are the people you shouldn't be listening to in the first place.
You guys are complaining about 343 adding Sprint into Halo.
343 didn't add Sprint to Halo. Bungie did that. Halo Reach. Google, please.
You guys complain about the fact 343 added Sprint into Halo.
They literally didn't do that. Also, the existence of Sprint isn't what the Halo community was mad about. The Halo community was mad about how poorly Sprint was implemented.
So don't come to me making fun of the fact Call of Duty has the same gameplay.
Wait, but it doesn't. You said you're a Call of Duty fan. You should know Call of Duty doesn't have the same gameplay. Why are you conceding a point that you should know isn't actually a point?
Halo changed its gameplay, and you all are crying about it, saying that you want the same gameplay for Halo.
People didn't want the same gameplay from Halo. Every Bungie Halo game had a very different feel to it, despite having very similar skeletons in the gameplay. 343 fucked it up because they changed it so much that it wasn't Halo anymore. The same way that a lot of people don't think modern COD feels like COD anymore, despite having a lot of the same skeleton. When you dramatically change core elements of a game's framework, you can't be surprised when people walk away from it. Bungie was good at keeping the skeleton the same while changing the nuts and bolts in a way that made the games all feel like they were in the same universe, but they played in a unique way. The same way that Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3 have the same skeleton, but the nuts and bolts are different enough to make them feel distinct from one another. Halo 4 and 5 went way too far in the wrong direction, and people got mad about it. Call of Duty went way too far in the wrong direction circa 2014, and yeah, people got mad about it.
You're asking 343 to have the same, to make Halo go back to having the same gameplay.
They're literally not. It's like you're trying to miss the point now.
So don't come to me with that. It's always the same thing. It is always the same thing.
Again, when problems are not fixed, you can't be surprised when they're criticized again.
Like I mentioned this in my first episode of my playthrough of Call of Duty 2 that I just started.
Well, shit, maybe I should watch that playthrough.
It's always the same complaints. And I'm not going to be surprised if they use that for Call of Duty Vanguard. They used it for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War when it came out.
The complaints people are levying against Vanguard are completely different from the ones they levied against Cold War. Vanguard looks generic. It looks bland. It looks uninspired. Cold War certainly had some personality and color, but the gameplay was atrocious and there was no content. At the time that you made this video, we hadn't seen Vanguard gameplay yet, so those criticisms may end up being applicable for a second year in a row, but right now the criticisms are very different.
So I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised seeing all these Call of Duty haters coming out in the storm telling everybody that Call of Duty actually sucks. Don't forget, Call of Duty sucks.
It's the internet. People are going to speak their mind hyperbolically. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. But if you insist on listening to it, you have to put some effort into understanding why people are saying what they are. There are a million reasons why a lot of people hate Call of Duty nowadays. If you think they're just haters for that, you really gotta take the blinders off. There are tons of things objectively wrong with modern COD, and it doesn't make you a hater if you comment on them. I'm recording this video in late August of 2021, and I'm pretty sure some of the camos in Cold War still don't work properly. Am I a hater for pointing that out? Modern Warfare still routinely releases broken weapon challenges, despite the game being out for almost 2 years. Am I a hater for pointing that out? And again, reminder that this video of his was made before the alpha of Vanguard came out. So yes, we now know that Vanguard is a rushed copy-paste of Modern Warfare, but at the time that he made his video, we literally had no gameplay to go off of. But don't worry, I'll take a shit on Vanguard's gameplay in a later video.
Dude, just shut up, okay?
Yeah, dude, shut up with that legit criticism. It's Call of Duty, you're not allowed to criticize it.
Call of Duty doesn't suck. Call of Duty is fantastic.
Even by the most generous grading rubrics, this isn't true.
It's funny when I'm seeing these people, they say Call of Duty sucks because of these reasons, but then you use those reasons for any other games. No, they'll turn it completely against you.
First of all, I'm going to need some examples here because that's not how this works. Second of all, if a criticism is applicable to one game but not another game, it's probably because the games are different, and different kinds of games are judged by different standards. Yes, there are certain things that can be universally critiqued regardless of the kind of game it is. Things like resolution, frame rate, the business model, the fairness of the difficulty, stuff like that. But if we're talking about game design on a fundamental level, yes, there are certain things that are good in some games and bad in others. This isn't an argument. You need to give specifics.
And look, nothing against any other game, okay? Nothing against Halo. I love Halo.
You love Halo, but failed to recall basic information about it a couple minutes ago.
But it's just, a lot of people who hate Call of Duty are Halo fans.
And a lot of them aren't.
Like, all Halo or Battlefield fans. And let's be honest.
No, you first.
The complaints you use on Call of Duty can be used on Halo and Battlefield.
Again, examples please.
Be specific, Bob.
But either way, I'm super excited for Call of Duty Vanguard.
Reminder that at the time that he made this video, we had no gameplay to go off of.
I'm so happy Sledgehammer is making it because so far they have not let me down.
Well, I mean, if you expect mediocrity, it's pretty hard to be disappointed by Sledgehammer games.
And it's set in World War II. I'm so excited for it.
Because there's never been a bad video game set in World War II.
One thing I do hope for this game is that it focuses a little bit more on the Eastern Front with the Soviet Union.
Which they're allegedly doing. Allegedly. I mean, Sledgehammer went on and on about how authentic COD World War II was going to be back in 2017, and then we ended up with one of the least historically accurate games I've ever played, so I'll believe it when I see it. And I'm not even talking about a certain symbol belonging to a certain faction in the conflict being absent. I'm talking about, like, everything. COD World War II is one of the most inauthentic World War II shooters ever made. Down in the description, I'm going to link a video by Venom Magnus going over all the problems with just the weapons in COD World War II. And in case that's not enough, there's a part 2 to this video as well. COD World War II is hilariously inaccurate to the actual conflict. And this is after Sledgehammer boasted countless times for months and months about the amount of research that went into it. So yeah, don't believe this studio when they talk about what their game is going to have. Believe it when you see it. Because they've frankly given you no reason to trust anything they say.
I don't think it will. I think they've said that it focuses on like the Western Front, Eastern Front, Pacific, and North America, and Africa.
Because why would this big budget World War II game focus on the entire conflict?
I just want a Call of Duty game where they focus on the Eastern Front.
Like World at War?
Because especially after playing Call of Duty World at War.
Oh, there it is. If you ever wonder why a lot of old school COD players are so critical of COD World War II, it's because World at War exists. Like, that's literally it. World at War came out in 2008, and it's a better game than COD World War II in literally every regard other than visuals.
I really want a Call of Duty game just set place in 1941 all the way to 1945.
World War II started in 1939, but okay.
From the Soviet perspective, on the Eastern Front.
I mean, the Soviet Union was involved from day one, but want what you want, I guess.
Kind of like how in Call of Duty World War II, you just focused on the Western Front as the Americans.
Even though this tight focus made a lot of the weapons inherently inaccurate.
I want that, but like as the Soviet Union. Because those missions are always great. And also, I just like that whole Eastern Front.
Tossing you a lifeline here. I agree.
But either way, I'm super excited for this. And frankly, to all you Call of Duty haters, just shut up.
Yeah, guys, shut up with your valid concerns about this game I haven't seen yet.
Nobody cares about you screaming top of your lungs that Call of Duty sucks.
Nobody cares, but here's my video about you.
Like, no one cares. Shut up.
Nobody cares, but shut up.
I'm super excited for this game, and nothing will ever change that.
I mean, what if the game sucks? What if the beta drops and it's crap? What if the alpha comes out on PlayStation and reveals it's a pretty blatant copy-paste of Modern Warfare? Oh, that's awkward. Anyways, I'm not here to tell you what to be excited for, but what I am here to tell you is that getting excited for a big-budget game that's part of a franchise with a horrible reputation, all before you've even seen the thing in motion, is a very bad way to do things. I'm also here to tell you that just because you criticize one game, it doesn't mean you have to be a fan of its competitors. I haven't been a Battlefield fan since BF4. I haven't been a Halo fan since Reach. And yet here I am criticizing Call of Duty and expressing my concerns for Vanguard. I'm going to be covering the PC beta for Vanguard once it drops, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm planning on going back and doing an updated version of my COD tier list soon, since, I've been going back and playing them recently, and a lot of my opinions have shifted since I made the last video. I keep up with this franchise because it's capable of so much, and I think the vitriolic hatred for the Call of Duty brand kind of overpowers the legitimately good aspects of the franchise. I mentioned in my Black Ops 3 on PC video a few days ago that the structure of COD's multiplayer is something that I really love despite the gameplay often not being that good. A casual 6v6 respawn shooter with tons of progression and camos to work for is a really fun setup for a game, and the reason I'm so critical of modern COD is because they're so close to making that structure fun again. I truly hope Vanguard fucking blows my socks off, but until I try it, I'm keeping my expectations where they are. Low.